On Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. It's time for another edition of the JMU Softball Head Coaches Show with head coach Mickey Dean. Coach, your team coming off a 3-0 week with a sweep of UNCW at home, and we begin a 7-game road trip starting tomorrow when we head to East Carolina. Talk about the preparation and knowing that you're not going to have the confines of Veterans Memorial Park for the next couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, we'll be on the road, but the beginning of the season we're kind of used to being on the road, so we're not going to use that as an excuse. We knew that it was coming up. We know our schedule. We just need to focus on softball and playing the game of softball.
Taking a look back at last weekend, the team hit very well, over 400 as a team. Limited UNCW to just 5 hits and 1 run in the 3 games. Just talk about what was able to be the culmination of the 3 wins last weekend.
Well, I thought we had a great week of preparation. We worked extremely hard, and our pitchers have been extremely focused. Our hitters have been making good adjustments during practice. Even during the week, we would go and throw a different pitcher over a 7-inning scrimmage. We'd throw a different pitcher each inning to force them to adjust to the pitching. So we've done a nice job of that.
One obvious difference was getting out early, which in previous CA series we had found ourselves behind. Always able to come back though. But how nice is it? How comforting is it as a coach to see your team kind of jump out of the gates?
Well, it was nice, and I think that week of preparation really helped. You like to see your team make adjustments during the game, which we've done in the past, and because we had a good time to prepare for this series, our adaptation didn't take quite as long, and we knew what we were trying to do with our at-bats.
The pitching staff had another excellent weekend. Like we mentioned, just 5 hits and 1 run given up against the Seahawks. And this is a pitching staff that ranks 7th in the country right now in team ERA, under 1.8, including your freshman, Megan Good. She's 5th with a 1.02. Just talk about their continued success and really what's been able to see the continued rise of them throughout the year.
Well, I think, it goes back to their work ethic. If you come to practice, you'll see our pitchers and catchers always doing a little bit more, whether it's at the end of practice, running, conditioning, whatever they need to do. And that's not always easy. When you come off a weekend, you play 3 games, and then you come out Monday and you have to do a little bit extra. But they're willing to put in the work, and they're pitching with a great deal of confidence because the defense has been playing extremely well behind them. They don't feel like every pitch has to be perfect. We talk about it all the time. We don't have to be perfect, but if we strive for perfection, we can reach excellence, and that's been our thing this year.
Talk about the 2 opponents this week. East Carolina, a team that they've struggled quite a bit this year throughout their season, and then Delaware, obviously a team that's in the hunt for a top 4 spot in the league.
Yeah, the difference is we're going on the road, we're going to their place. So, you have to prepare for that and know that they're going to be playing with a little bit more energy than possibly playing on the road. And they both have great tradition. East Carolina has a great tradition in softball, and so we just have to make sure that we're playing the game and not our opponent.
And then also talk about upcoming with the conference opponent, Delaware.
It's Delaware. They've always been a tough conference foe, and it's a conference game, so it's going to make it even tougher. So they're fighting for a playoff spot, so we know what we're headed into.
With going back to midweeks for the rest of the season, after not having them for the last couple, does anything change with how you prepare your team, knowing that they have less rest in between games?
Well, I think what changes is what you try to get accomplished in practice and the amount of time you're trying to get it accomplished. So our practices won't be quite as long, but they'll be more focused. One day may be defense, or one day may be just hitting. Whereas in a week-long practice, you have time to have longer practices and work on different things. But we did that intentionally to give ourselves a chance to recuperate a little bit and heal our bodies for the stretch run here down towards the end of conference play.
Coach, we appreciate the time as always. You can catch the JMU Coaches Show every week right here on JMUsports.com. The Dukes head out on the road, start a 7-game road trip as Wednesday at East Carolina, and then Saturday, Sunday at CAA Foe, Delaware. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.